So 2 years ago, when I finished my bachelor's degree, I found a perfect master's program for myself, and I decided that that was like ideal for me. I was convinced that that was perfect and there would be nothing better than that ever, because I couldn't find the same kind of program in any other universities, and basically that program was in the university that I really wanted to study at and in the city that I really wanted to live in. And okay, I was convinced it was ideal for me, and I submitted my application and I got rejected. I decided that that was because I lacked work experience, and then I came back to my home country and I found a good job for myself at an international company, and I worked there for 2 years, and I decided to apply for that master's program again, and I was convinced that I would get a place there. Okay, I literally had faith that I would get a place there because my diploma is strong, okay, and my work experience is at an international company that is known worldwide. Okay, I was convinced that I would get a place. I believed that, and I knew that that was ideal for me. And basically yesterday I came to my window just like I always do, and I started talking to God, and I told God, like, this would be so perfect for me if you could just help me get a place at that program, because that program is like a dream to me, like studying at that university, getting that master's degree, and actually living in that city. That would be so perfect for me. And I was like talking to God and explaining to him why I think that is a perfect new chapter for my life, right? Like the new stage that I'm ready to go into. And basically, as I talked to God and said all those things, I felt really good, I felt warm. But then I left my bedroom, I went downstairs, I did something there, and then I came back and I decided to take my phone and suddenly check my email, and guess what, guys? I got a rejection letter again. Yeah, and probably you're wondering why I'm this happy right now, because that's a very good question. I could have just sat yesterday in my chair or even today and cried and be like, oh, that's so unfair. I was trying so hard to get a place at that uni. I really wanted that to happen for me. Like, I visualized myself living in that city, studying at that master's program, and actually prayed to God, constantly asked God to help me, and yet rejection letter again. Like, I literally lost faith at that moment. Of course, nobody takes failure like it's a normal thing. Everyone just gets upset when they fail, right? And basically I got really upset. And then again, I could have just continued crying and being like, oh, God is so unfair to me, oh, does God hate me, or something like that, right? Because that's exactly the thoughts that some people get when they pray and they don't get what they want. But then I sat and I just thought to myself, why did that happen? Like, whenever I pray to God about something and I know that this is coming from my heart and I know that that is for my own good, God always provides, God always helps me get what I want when He knows that that would actually be good for me, right? And then I sat there and I thought about all those things, and then this thought came into my mind saying, but that is your plan, not God's plan. And it repeated itself so many times. Like, I heard that in my own head, like, but that is your plan, not God's plan. That is your plan, not God's plan. And then I decided to just let go and trust God, that if God decided to not give me this opportunity to study at that program that I really wanted to study at and live in that city that I really wanted to live in, then God has something much better for me at stake, and I have to trust God, because God never fails me, and every time I pray to God and ask Him for something and He doesn't give it to me, I know that He has something much better at store for me, and I decided to trust. And then I thought, you know what? I learned how to stop living in a victim mindset. And now I can teach you how to do that too. Hi guys, my name is Nazima. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about how you can get out of that victim mentality, because it is literally killing you and you need to stop. Okay, you need to stop. Okay, first of all, let's talk about how victim mentality can change your life. My answer is it won't. It will never change your life, okay? And basically, you just sitting there and feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim and telling yourself, oh, I am not to blame in whatever is happening to me or whatever that's happened to me in the past. I am not to blame. Other people are at blame. Other situations, government is at blame. Anyone is at blame, but not me. So yeah, there is nothing else for me to do, and basically I'll just sit in my chair here and do nothing, probably cry a bit, and that's it. Yeah, where do you think that mentality will get you? Yeah, nowhere, exactly. So why are you still continuing to do that? Because honestly, right now I want to tell you that you sitting right there and feeling sorry for yourself and blaming everyone but yourself in whatever that has happened to you in the past, whatever failure, whatever, it can be anything, right? It will not only get you nowhere, but it will also waste so much of your time and energy, because you feeling sorry for yourself, it's such huge negative energy that is sucking you, and basically you are wasting your time when you could at the same time use this time to actually go and change your life for the better and become the person that you want to become, and actually change the situations that happen to you or whatever. You can dwell on the past as much as you want to dwell on the past, but again, where will it lead you? Where? You guys need to just sit down and think about where you want to be in your life, what you want your life to look like, and then ask yourself, is me feeling sorry for myself right now and blaming other people for what happened to me will get me to that life that I want for myself? You just need to sit down and think about it for a bit, because then you will just stop feeling that, I used to feel sorry for myself so many times when I failed, like so many times when people were mean to me, so many times when people bullied me or something like that, or I failed at the promises that I gave to myself, and basically I didn't keep them when the situation came, and then I could just go ahead and feel sorry for myself, like, oh, that's just because I have the subconscious limiting beliefs, because my subconscious mind isn't used to standing up for myself and putting people in their places when they're mean to me. That's because of that. And then I would feel sorry for myself, and then I would just go ahead and think about my past. What happened in my past that I'm acting this way right now? And then blame that person that did that thing to me in the past, and that's why I acted this way right now, and basically that person is at blame. And I could just do that for years, like I would feel so angry, so like. And then at one point, when something again didn't work out for me, basically, I was like, I am so sick to death, sick and tired of feeling sorry, because that is literally getting me nowhere, and I'm tired of being nowhere. I'm tired of not achieving anything in my life. I'm tired of seeing no progress whatsoever in my life, because that is what is draining me. I am wasting my potential. I am wasting my time. I am wasting my energy for nothing. Because honestly, guys, no matter who are you blaming right now, no matter what situations or what people in your past you're blaming right now, they don't care, okay? They don't care that they did you wrong. They don't care that they bullied you, they were mean to you. They forgot about it, okay? They just don't give a flying fuck about it, okay? And basically you are sitting here and still thinking about that person and putting your energy in that situation and thinking about it and wasting your time instead of actually doing something to change that. You know what always gets you somewhere is you being done with everything. When you're like literally done and you go ahead and you think about, okay, how can I just change my life since today? Like, what is at least one thing that I can do today to change my life? What is that? And then you're like, I kind of want to love myself, right? I want to have self-love. I want to be confident. I want to attract positive events, circumstances, and people into my life. I don't want to be at the presence of those people who are putting me down and are so negative that I am actually taking their energy. And then you think, okay, so probably that's a problem and I can solve it right about now, starting from today. I can start, affirming. I can start repeating affirmations that I love myself, that I'm confident, that everything is always working out for my highest good, right? And I can also just stop complaining all the time, because complain is honestly, it's such a negative thing that you can do. Okay, in my previous videos, let me tell you something. In my previous videos, I already mentioned that how I complained all the freaking time when I was at university and my studies were so hard and I couldn't enjoy anything in my life. Like, I was so depressed. I couldn't enjoy my youth, right? And basically what I thought at the time was that I was not wasting, but I was losing my years, right? Because I didn't enjoy my life. So basically I wouldn't ever again be 18, 19 and so on, like the years that I was at uni, right? Okay, my studies were hard. Okay, I failed a few subjects. Okay, I didn't sleep. Okay, I didn't go out ever. Like all those years, all I did was study, and then achieve no results and fail in subjects and so on. And so I got this huge depression and I had a huge anxiety, and then, a lot of things happened, right? And basically what I did, I constantly, every single day, complained about it, okay? I would just, even in my journals, I would literally write down how much I hate my life or something like that. Like, okay, I'm trying to exaggerate here, but really it was something like that, because the energy was so negative, guys. You have literally no idea. And I was super negative every single day, and I would feel sorry for myself. And basically I was like, you know what? I'm tired. Like, this complaints, this negativity, this everything, this won't bring me anywhere. This won't let me pass any of my subjects. This won't let me graduate normally. And basically I need to stop at this point. Even if nothing is working out for me right now, even if it's all going the way that I don't want it to go, I need to stop. And basically I wrote this quote. You need to remember this quote too. It's so important for you guys. If you're constantly feeling sorry for yourself and complaining about stuff in your life, then you just need to remember that complaint is really a habit of a poor person. It will bring you poverty, and I don't just mean in like finances, right? I don't just mean in money and so on. Like, it doesn't mean that you won't have any money, but watch out for that too. I mean that honestly, when you complain about stuff, you are literally being ungrateful for everything you have in your life. You are being ungrateful for the blessings that the universe has blessed you with. And contrary to that, gratitude is an emotion of a rich person, of an abundant person, because gratitude makes you feel abundant, and so you become abundant, okay? You are constantly training your mind to focus on the good, to focus on your blessings, to focus on abundance, and basically you become that thing. You become abundant. And every single thing that you decide to do right now is literally your choice. And it is for you to choose how you want to end up, how you want your life to be, and you are free to choose whether you want to keep sitting in your bedroom and cry and complain all the time to every single person you meet that life is unfair to you, that people are mean to you, that you always fail, that it won't like work out for you, and so on and so forth. Like, and you can choose to be grateful no matter what. Like, you can choose to be grateful for every single thing that is going right for you, and even if there is nothing going right for you, you can always find something to be grateful for. And yeah, that's how you just take your energy back from that negativity. That's how you take your energy back from that constant blame and complain and feeling sorry for yourself and feeling like a victim all the time, like everyone does you wrong, but you're this goody person that can't stand up for herself. Like, no, stop, okay? Honey, you need to stop and think about what you want to be. I'm telling you this in every single one of my videos because probably that is something that concerns every single self-development topic. Like, you have to know what you want to be. You have to know what you want your life to be. And when you have that precise, vivid vision of your life, of yourself, you need to ask yourself, what can I do today? Even if it's a freakishly small step, ask yourself, what is something that I can do right now, today, that can change my life? Like, that can make me take at least one step toward the life that I desire, toward the person that I want to become. And just like I said, and then you go on and you start like, okay, I can affirm every single day in the mirror. I can promise myself to do this, that. I can start working out at least 20 minutes a day. I can go for walks, right? I can start talking to God and actually thanking God for everything He did to me, for me, that even when I failed, those failures actually turned out to be my biggest blessings. Or you can find anything to be grateful for. And then there are so many habits that you can start adopting today, right now, that can help you change your life and change who you are for the better. Because honestly, let's think about it. Let us think about it. Where are we right now? We are complaining about things not going on the way we want them to go. We are complaining that some people are mean to us, that they're not fair, that life isn't fair, that nothing is working out, and so on. Like, there are always so many things to complain about, right? Because honestly, and then let's think about it this way. Who cares? Who cares? Like, you can come up to me and tell me, okay, I want to achieve this huge thing for me, right? I set myself this goal, but I can't achieve that because my background won't let me. I don't have enough money. The people that I'm in connection with won't let me. They won't understand me. They won't accept me, and so on and so forth. Who the fuck cares? Who cares if you won't be accepted at the circle of those people who don't get your goals and your dreams? Are you ready to give up your dreams for those people that don't get it? They don't have to get it. Nobody will ever get you. When you don't think in a standard way that people are used to think, then you will never get accepted in their circle, okay? And if you tell me all those things that I just mentioned, I would tell you, okay, so basically you are finding right now excuses of why you're not good enough, of why you can't take the steps to actually achieve your dream life. Okay, you are making excuses, but who cares about your excuses? Who cares about the goals that you have if you find excuses every single day and you're not taking the steps to actually achieve your goals? Who cares about what you want, what you dream about? Nobody. Okay, nobody cares. Only you need that. Okay, only you need your dreams to become true. Only you need to yourself to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. Nobody needs you to do that. Like, it won't benefit anyone, and so nobody would care. And basically, trust me, if you right now decide to not do anything with your life and just continue feeling like a victim all the time, living with that victim mentality, nobody will care. Not the people that were mean to you, not the people that you think are at blame, not anyone, okay? Not a single person. And basically, if you decide to go ahead and leave all those things in the past and say, okay, that happened, I can't change that. I can't, okay? I can't control that, and basically I'm letting that go because I can't continue to let those things serve my life, guide my life, because they will not guide my life anywhere besides nowhere. And you decide to actually forget about that, let it go, take your lessons, and then start achieving the goals that you set for yourself, actually waking up every single day and writing down a to-do list of what you need to do today in order to become one step closer to your dream life, right? Nobody will care about that too, because you're not doing that for other people. You are doing that for yourself. Nobody will benefit from you achieving your dreams, so nobody cares. But you know what? If you right now are thinking about how somebody actually wronged you and somebody actually made you feel all the negativity in your life and experience negative things in your life, and that's why you're feeling like a victim right now, those people will actually be so glad you decided to continue feeling like a victim and not taking steps to achieve your dream life. Like, they will be glad, they will be happy, you will make them happy. So if you want to make them happy, continue doing what you're doing right now. If you don't want to make them happy and you want to make yourself happy, then you need to decide right now. You need to decide right now, because stop wasting your time, guys. Time is so precious, and I feel like it's flying, like, you know, so freakishly fast. It's scary to me. Time is flying so fast, and honestly, you need to stop wasting it on feeling like a victim all the time, on feeling sorry for yourself, on everything that doesn't serve your highest good, okay? Another thing is that you need to start trusting God with every single thing you have. Like, please, 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 you need to do that. Why? Because there are so many things in your life that you cannot control, and when you try to control it and you fail, because basically you can't control that, you start feeling like a failure, you start getting upset, you start like, okay, your nervous system is getting so bad at the time, and basically for that to work itself out for your own good, you need to let go and just trust God with everything. For example, just like I said in the beginning of this video, how I did the best I could in order to get a place at that master's program, right? I did everything I could do, and I know that, okay? And then I couldn't control like the decision of the people that sat and analyzed my application and decided to reject it. I cannot control their decision. I cannot come up to them and tell them, you know, this girl is great, you need to give her a place. I can't do that. So basically, I just let go. I let go this thing, I gave it to God, and I decided to just be free here, right? And it felt so good, and honestly, Even though I didn't get what I wanted, I still trust God. Because God's plan is always better than my plan, and I genuinely believe that. That is why I still keep on filming these videos. That is why I still keep on smiling every single day. That is why I still keep on giving thanks for every single thing that I have in my life. That is why I still keep on talking to God and praying to God to guide me toward my highest good every single day, to come into my life and actually guide me, okay? That is how much I trust God. That is how much faith I have that God is doing everything for my own good. And you need to start doing that too. When you trust God, when you actually work on building your relationship with God, you start loving yourself. You start trusting yourself and having faith in yourself and in your life. Trust me, guys, this is like a magic, okay? That is why I always call myself a fairy. That is why since I was a kid, I would always say like, oh my God, I want to be a fairy. I want to be a fairy. And then I discovered the law of attraction and all those things. And I was proved by God that I am indeed a fairy. Because actually all these things feel like magic to me. It feels like magic. It frees you. It lets you breathe deeply with ease. And honestly, it gives you peace of mind. Because honestly, when you try to control every single thing that's going on in your life, but you can't control that, right? There are things that we can't control in our lives, but when you try to do so, you become so depressed and you experience so much stress. And the final point for today: time will pass anyway. Whether you decide to continue feeling like a victim all the time in your life and not do anything and make your bullies really happy about it, time will pass and you will look back and realize that you just wasted a few years of your life, of your precious time that you could actually spend on enjoying your life and being the person that you love so much with your heart, right? Or you could right now decide to change your life and stop finding excuses. Stop complaining. Stop always feeling like everything is happening to you and start feeling like everything is happening for you. Start trusting God. Start feeling so strong inside you that you know no matter what happens to you, no matter what kind of people you meet, no matter how mean they be to you, you will survive this. I mean, in the best way possible, of course. You will make yourself proud. You will be the person that you are going to be proud of. And you will look back and say, I am so proud of the girl that decided to change her life and not constantly feeling like a victim, because she knew that wouldn't bring her anywhere. So, yeah. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope you liked it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.